Alright, here we go. This is going to be part 2 of the video tour of Chesapeake, and as I said, I'm going to look into doing a small tour of each of the player-run cities, and I'll just go down the list here. So we're going to be starting with the city of Guardians Gate. Now, the city of Guardians Gate was established by the Royal Britannian Guards. They're one of the largest guilds in UO. The Alliance, if it's included, probably makes it the largest, considering there's 32, 33 Alliance guilds. And as you can see, if you use the little statues which teleport you to the city, you show up at the town banner, or in this case, archway. If you wanted to get back, you double click this right hand tapestry. We have a notice here where there has been orcs invading the city. This is something that's been going on recently. It kind of laid off for a few days, but you know how those things go. Here we have the Guardians Gate Mint. Currently there's no bankers. I don't know if they eventually will get any. It's always a possibility. And this building here would be our Guardians Gate, vendor mall, and auction house. We've got a few vendors in here. There's plenty of room for more. And most of the things that happen in this town are strictly for members of the Royal Britannian Guard and their allied individuals. Here we have the Ottersrun Taphouse. This has been here in Guardians Gate since pretty much the beginning. If you look at the message board here, they've had over 20,000 visits in 3 years. Now that's between this location and the location it used to be located at, which was just up the road, and that's where we'll visit next. But you can get you something to drink here. This is where a lot of the members come to meet up. If we run right up the road, you'll see this building here. This is a public rune library. Anybody who needs to use a rune is welcome to stop in and go where they need to go. Here is Castle Guardians Gate. This is where all the guild meetings for the Royal Britannian Guard take place. Allied guilds do their own individual ones, and they're also welcome to come to these. And here's the setup they have for their guild meetings. Let's see, other interesting places. We have an outhouse. I don't know how many towns have outhouses in UO, but this one does. If you look at it, it's Claggart's Throne. We also have a rather neat setup that one person did in a building. Guardians Gate has its own newspaper called the Guardians Gate Gazette, and the person who does it has set up a printing press. Let's see how I get back here. It's been a while. I'm wondering if it's a secret door. I can't get around that way. He must have a teleporter hidden. So let's see if I can snoop around and find it. Oh, here we go. Stairs. Alright, well, here's this printing press. If you're a member of the Chesapeake community and you'd like to start receiving it, it used to come out religiously every week, and it's kind of gotten where it's about once a month. Real life issues. See if you can drop a rune marked for your house in there, and make sure that you put on the rune that you wish to start receiving the Guardians Gate Gazette, and drop it in this little mailbox that they've set up here. Okay, where to next? We got the Coliseum. One of the events we like to run is jousting. We have our little jousting court down here. You can, if you keep track of things, they usually run an event. It depends on the time of year. During the winter months, when UO is a little more active, you'll find events going on just about every week. We've also got several other rather interestingly decorated houses, like this one here. I thought that was an interesting use of a soul forge, where they broke it and they used it for a basically like a window planter. This is also rather unusual. You don't see a lot of people using these curved house tiles, at least not this way. So I thought that was kind of neat. This is actually a pretty large player-run city. It goes all the way from the edge of the swamp, which you can see here on the radar map, and it will go all the way over to the mountains to the west. And it goes a pretty good distance to the south. I'm going to go ahead and run all the way down there to give you an idea. And pretty much every member in this town is a member of the Royal Botanic Guards or one of its allied guilds in some way, shape, or form. There are very, very few outsiders. They've made it a pretty much a commitment, at least the members of the Royal Botanic Guards, that if a house falls here, they do everything they can to ensure that a member of RBG gets the place, or if not, they do their best to buy the house, or if a player's leaving, they get in contact with members of the guild. And usually someone in the guild will pick up the house and hold it so that it stays a part of the guild's community. Here you can see this is pretty much right at the edge. There's another player city that actually borders it. And the only way to really tell it will be to start checking signs. Let's see. Nope, that's still Kitsu, Annie, and this will be probably the last house that'll be considered Guardian's Gate. Let's check over here. House signs quit loading for me when I cross the server. Okay. I think the server line is going to represent the border of the town, and any town or house in the city you see that really active part of Guardian's Gate will have this house sign itself. They're trying to get everybody in the town to adopt that particular house sign. So like I said, it's pretty large as far as it, and it borders actually two player-run cities. You have the Kitsuani Keys to the south, and if you go across the swamp, it runs into the town of Silverville, which you'll get to see in later episodes. So until next time, be safe and keep checking back.